left channel, right channel, center.
ENVTuber 一問一答自己紹介
Yeah, and the tape's
それじゃあ
rolling.
行くよせーのお名前は
Katt Phloxworthy.
呼び方は
Just Cat is fine.
あなたは何系 VTuber?
Nerdy cat girl who features spaceflight.
誕生日は
May 4th.
年齢は
Older than Pneumatic.
性別は
Transgender
身
female.
長は
4'11".
出身は
Sacramento County.
チャームポイントは
Dialogue hair clip.
突然ですがモノマネどうぞ
Yeah, what's up, Dad?
活動場所は
Twitch, Twitter, YouTube.
はじめの挨拶
Thank you for joining me.
終わりの挨拶
Bye.
推しマークは
Not at present.
配信タグは
Catlight feed.
ファンアートは
Cat pics.
ファンネームは
Cat's apprentices.
好きな色は
Iris Indigo.
好きなことは
Vintage computers and
得意
video.
なことは
Technology.
ここで一言愛の告白好
I love you.
きな食べ物は
Ethnic foods.
好きな飲み物は
Craft soda.
好きな漫画は
Pizza 10.
好きなアニメは
Planet.
好きなゲームは
Left 4 Dead 2.
好きな音楽は
Classic rock.
苦手なことは
Human stupidity.
尊敬するのは
Spacefaring people.
叶えたい夢は
ISS crew
最後にみん
interview.
なに一言どう
Thanks
ぞ
so much for your support and a final status check.
Go Atlas.
Go Centaur.
Go Katt Phlox.
You have permission to launch.
3, 2, 1. RD-180 ignition. Booster ignition and liftoff of Atlas V and Centaur. Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining me. I know it's been a bit. I'm so sorry. Hi, everybody. Katt Phloxworthy here. Sorry I've been off the air for so long, as it were. Mainly because, as the and yes, your eyes do not deceive you. Those are two. Count them, two replacements. As in, it is a replacement machine. Basically, what had happened was I was in the process of stuffing ahead of getting an actual card to replace it. I went ahead and stuffed one of the old AT2s that sits on an 8-lane PCI Express slot, despite the fact it only has 4. But it's actually it works well enough for all for government work. I'm going to take a real quick look at this as we go on here. Yep, everything looks really good so far. And actually I managed to get a slightly more up-to-date version of the drivers. Originally it was 28.11 from Intel's website. Now it's 28.21, and I still had to do a little bit of finagling to get that driver going. In retrospect, the only real finagling I had to do was actually in the inf file to add Windows 11 as a potential candidate to add the drivers to the system. But I also have to go into Windows and turn off driver enforcement, and also turn on test signing. Like for example, you're writing a piece of software and you need to and you got signatures, and you want to be able to test I'm not sure if it's for testing the actual signatures that you get when you apply for when you go have your drivers sent off to Microsoft for signing, or maybe you're just doing this ahead of actually going it and having it signed. You test all your drivers, make sure that they all work, and then you go and schlep it off to Microsoft and have them sign them. And then, of course, once you do that, you can then actually install that into the system in a normal, fully running mode. But in this case, since they don't even have any signatures, let alone any newer signatures that Windows 11 will see, especially more recent versions, which will want to have the signing, or at least the public certificates that are usually loaded into machines by way of the BIOS, but you're also going to be loading it by way of Windows Update on many machines as well. So basically, I had to turn all that off just to get the drivers loaded. And of course, tell the drivers themselves, yes, we're going to be loading this on Windows 11. Yes, I know it's not meant for Windows 11, especially considering this stuff is over 10 years old. Hell, it's probably even older than the computers I'm running them on behind me. The three Z240s that I used to run the system with. One of which is actually on its second such machine. The original machine that I actually provisioned on stream is actually, if I look this way and about maybe, I don't know, 2 feet behind me, that is where the machine I was using as an encoder is now back to sitting. The machine that what I ended up doing once I got this card, got that machine, is replaced all the bits that mattered the most, notably the RAM, the video card, the network cards, the NVMe device, as well as the RAM and the power supply, as well as, of course, a wiring harness just to get the power supply to work in there. Because as far as Hewlett-Packard is concerned, it's like, you really want to run that there? Yes, I do, because I mean, even if you have like a 400, they do have a 400 watt OEM power supply that you can get. I just don't know where I can get one. And I don't even know if it's going to be powerful enough to even handle some of these other these other cards that are out. Like, for example, say, like an RTX 4000 series, which is more than enough that I'll ever need, because that'll at least get my foot in the door to have AV1 once it starts to actually receive broader adoption. Assuming it ever gets adopted on a wide scale, which I hope it does. The big thing about AV1, not only is that it's good quality encoding, the biggest thing that I really am looking forward to is the fact that there are no patents on the technologies there. Whereas H.264, which is called AVC, H.265, which is called HEVC, high efficiency video coding, as well as AVC, which of course is also known as AAC, and I probably to a different extent the MP4 container, which is actually not in use here. It's going over FLV in order to go through what used to be the Macromedia, later on Adobe Flash plugin, which is now actually part of the spec in order to move video into the browser by way of RTMP, which uses the FLV container. But anyway, the point being is that I had to replace all that hardware so it would actually work. And without saying, oh, I think I'm just going to go shut down, which is exactly what would happen if I, for example, open up Control Panel, go to this Device Manager, expand the network area, and go and check the settings, for example, on the 10 gig card, or whatever happened to be in the 4-lane slot that's out of the 16 lanes that are on that particular card slot. And it's like, yeah, it doesn't want to stay running for any appreciable amount of time. And I originally thought it was the driver. No, I put cards in there that actually have properly signed drivers in there, though in this case I've also done it with 4-port gigabit Ethernet, 1-port 10 gig that was actually properly signed from one of the other computers. It would also crash on me unannouncedly. Yeah, it just says bye. So okay, we'll deal with things as best we can. I've tested just about everything. I also thought maybe it might have been the power supply, but I also realized, wait a minute, the OEM power supply was also doing this. And I originally thought because the OEM it was doing that, I thought it might have been a power delivery issue. No, it wasn't that, but I'm still gonna go in there anyway, even though I don't absolutely need a high power supply right now. I'm preparing for the future. Basically, I have a 750 watt Corsair CM750B, which is what is called a partially modular power supply. 2 cables come out the back of it. One is the motherboard power connection, and the other is the CPU 12-volt rail power connection. If I did not change the video card, from what I originally got, which was a Quadro K2200, which does not have an external power connector. The power supply with those 2 lines alone would have been enough, along of course with the wiring harness to say, yes, we're plugging this into a Hewlett-Packard machine. Don't even worry about it, okay? We're just going to plug in and go have some fun. So the one thing I was able to, the one cable I actually did use, which of course is for the one I'm using right now, which is a GeForce GTX 1650, which is very low in terms of power consumption overall. I still wanted to get something that had an actual power connection, which I only needed that cable. That was the only one that I'm actually bringing out of Corsair's kit to make it work. And on top of that, the other power supply that I had a full complement of cables, non-modular, which meant I had to tie them all up and tuck them in a space, which I didn't necessarily want to do because I want to put something in there at some point. But this actually makes it easy for me to actually put in and make it work. So. And now that I've actually got that, I've got 2 of those wiring harnesses already bought. The next one's going to be the one I'm probably going to work on next is the VTuber machine, mainly because right now I'm using a GTX 1050 and I want to get something just a little bit, either a little bit more powerful, but also a bit more recent, because the Maxwell, which is GTX, which is the GTX 900 series, and then the Pascal cards, which are GTX 1000 series cards, like the 1050 that's in the that are in the current machines that are the Studio and VTuber machines. They're going to be losing regular driver support in the mainline drivers before too long. I just don't know when. From what I understand, that's supposed to happen right around the 590 series of NVIDIA drivers. But we will see how things go on that. And on top of that, like I said, I want to update the encoder to something a bit more recent, which will support either the very bare minimum I would like to have is the ability to have a complete HEVC implementation, which is what this one does not have. There's apparently a few things missing, like 10-bit, I believe, is one of the items that is not implemented. And of course, AV1, which needs at least an Ada Lovelace-based card, which of course is the RTX 4000 series GeForce cards. And of course, the newest really low-end RTX 5000 series ones just came out as well. And on top of that, the power supply I have in there now should be more than adequate to handle those machines. So at least I'm ready for that. And on top of that, as far as the VTuber goes, it needs more powerful video hardware on there. Because one of the things I've noticed, I'm not sure how much of it will ultimately get offloaded onto the GPU, but I was watching the processor load sometimes, and I think I've seen it peak as high up as about 70% as far as processor utilization. Of the 3 computers behind me, the VTuber actually takes the most processor of all of them, and I don't know how much GPU gets soaked in as far as how much utilization happens. But going from most to least utilized would be the VTuber, because, well, it's getting information from the iPhone in front of me, and gets and of course pulls information from that, as well as of course OBS Studio to then turn it into a form that can then be shot over the network and then put into the studio machine, which puts the rest of the stream together, including from my gaming machine. It uses a bit less processor power. That's because the only graphics that it really does, the only works it really does is pull stuff in from the other 2 machines and then sends the result downstream out to the encoder. And in the middle, that's where it pulls in stuff like my local static stuff, my local dynamic stuff generated by local software, and of course, the other thing, of course, is all the videos and stuff like that. and all the stuff that comes in over the web, such as stream elements related stuff, as well as other things that I've signed on to and included as sources in OBS Studio there. And once it's done, and that takes less processor to handle. And of course, I think the only real processor that's being used is to handle stuff coming in from the two content generating machines, like the VTuber and the gaming machines. And I could have as many as 3 of those machines actually if I really wanted to, but not right now, mainly because that's a lot of juice to deal with. And then the downstream machine, of course, is the encoder machine, which right now has the most powerful video card of those 3 machines, which is, like I said, the GTX 1650. But like I said, it's a Turing card, a Turing-based chip with a Volta-based encoder, which has an incomplete HEVC implementation. So that will at some point get replaced, and I'll probably move that card into the VTuber machine. So if I get a nicer encoder card, like say an Ada Lovelace or Blackwell, or possibly even an Intel-based ARC card, and if it happens to be able to handle multiple streams in encoding, that will probably go in there. And like I said, the one of the 2 Pascals will be displaced and be replaced with this Turing-based card, and hopefully it won't soak the processor nearly as much. And it wasn't actually too bad when I had as many as 2 other people in the VNet, which I believe is what they call the collaboration component of VTube Studio, which I want to do again at some point because that was lots of fun. But anyway, the main thing I'm doing right now is just making sure that the smoke stays inside the chippies, as well as, of course, make sure all the parts stay inside the computer. And like I said, if things happen, watch out for the magic smoke, as well as flying parts coming out the back. Thus far, everything looks like everything's been working well. I've actually been leaving the encoder on for the last couple of days, and it has been solid, which is good. Because the other machine, the previous one, the Elite Desk 800G2, which runs a Core i7 6700, that one does not have an NVMe slot in there. Newer machines will have NVMe slots, like the G3s and later. But the problem with that is I cannot use standard off-the-shelf power supplies with them, which is why I'm sticking with these machines right now. A bit old, which is the Skylake series in this one. I believe I can use up to the 7th gen chips. I don't know if there's like a Xeon-based on that particular chip. But that's okay. The Xeons are not the reason I got these cases. It had to do with the ability to allow me to get an off-the-shelf power supply with an appropriate wiring harness, and it seems to be working pretty well, and I'm happy. So one of the things I'm probably going to go ahead and do, I want to play something just to sort of exercise things as well. Again, more of a shakedown run to make sure everything's working as it should. One of the things I might be doing, especially, one of the things I was thinking about is a whole bunch of stuff's been coming out lately, like Hollow Knight Silksong, sequel to Hollow Knight, which I have been looking at playing at some point. I just need to see how much it's going to cost to play either game. I'm still things are I'm still a little worried about how things are going thus far. We'll see how things go in the nearby future. So that's one thing I'm hoping to do before too long. I've got other games like for the other thing I'm looking at also is Killing Floor 2, which is what I'm going to play. I'm thinking of playing right now. Plus, there's also the matter of Killing Floor 3 that just came out, which is why I'm firing that. And of course, the other thing I want to try out as well at some point, or see how much I can afford it, because it's like, holy shit, it's expensive. Most notably, I knew it was another sequel, Borderlands 4. That's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do I'm going to move to OBS Studio on the local computer so I can get ready to capture the game once it starts. And then we will... I'm going to play a little bit of KF2 just to sort of exercise things a bit. Because it's been a while since I played this game in a while. Let me also make sure I can capture it as well. Let's see. And one thing I also did was I recently picked up. I got my. What am I trying to say? I was also in the process of getting. What am I trying to say? Minecraft, getting that going, because one of the things I'm looking at doing is getting into that. And one of the things I might be doing is, if you're subscribed to my rigger Q on her server, once she gets everything going, she will. She's going to be opening her server up. Don't know precisely when, but that's something that's coming up relatively soonish. So more on that as we get closer. So one of the things I'll probably do is at least I got the program running to the point where I can bring the program up and then start capturing it. But one of the things I don't like about Minecraft in this particular context is that I actually have to calibrate the output such that it covers up the entire capture area. But I'll have to figure some stuff out and mess with it from there and see what all I need on my side in order to play some of these other things out there. I'm not sure what kind of modifications were loaded on those machines, or if I had to load stuff every time I go to somebody's Minecraft server and goof around. So more on that before too long. But also thinking of possibly setting one up just to mess with it. And I notice a lot of people tend to get pre-configured Minecraft servers, but I'm also thinking of just messing around with the idea of just loading it raw and see what happens. We'll have to see how things go. So anyway, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to change the game category to... And we're going to switch over to Killing Floor 2 on here. We're going to head over to... I haven't played this game in a hot minute. I need to go over and make a quick change on YouTube to the same thing. Entertainment. We're going to switch over to gaming. One of the things I might do at some point is also get all the stuff from the old releases of Killing Floor before even the original one that was based on Unreal 2004, I think it was. And on top of that, after that, it was originally a mod for Unreal 2004, and then later on they actually thoroughly modified did a thorough modification of the actual core server code so they can play, so they can do some other crazy stuff. Let's see, before we go on, let's go ahead and hit there, and we'll go over here. And I need to switch over to the game itself so I can hear what's going on. Let's see. So let me change perks, which is basically what amounts to a class. I'm going to switch over to Commando for this one and I generally tend to play multi-class games, multiplayer games with at least a few friends that I know, preferably everybody, up to 6 in stock issues of stock releases of the game. Yeah, they noticed that they made a Made a change such that you can change your sidearm to one of two different games, which is one that's based on the Beretta M93R, which is not exactly semi-automatic, but it fires in bursts of 3. We're gonna go home. Oh, I know what I want to do. Ray Higgins, one of the core characters that the game actually comes with. We're going to go ahead and leave there, and we're going to play solo offline. This is an interesting map because it's very, very confined and very small map, and you don't get any extra. You don't have weapon or what am I trying to say? Weapon or ammunition spawns. So you have to be on your on your toes the whole time. Okay, look outside. We're in an abandoned hospital.
Safety's off.
I remember the first time I did this, streamed this, it looked terrible. Ow. Oops. Oops.
You need ammo.
Never did like that gun. Thompson subby? No, thank you. I think I'm going to go with the standard SA-80, which is a bullpup.
And roll.
And one of the things that this particular that this game will do is it will do changing of the weather during the course of the game. And I think it does that once. For this particular one, if you in a 10 grand game, I think it does it right around halfway. Good, I popped its head so he won't. Pretty much neutered him right there. That was nice.
This cat's back in the game.
Now we go ahead and head down here. There's actually 3 levels on this particular map. You can't go in there. It's barred closed, essentially.
Buy some armor. I need you alive and in one piece.
But what if I want to be dead in multiple pieces? Ever thought of that? Shit. Not what I wanted to do.
I suggest you purchase armor.
Oh, shut up. Oh, mon Dieu, indeed. I hit the wrong button. I did not mean to do that one. There's one lower level from there,
Time's almost
and what
up.
appears to be one near the bottom, but there's actually, it's not that many. I'll show you that as we go a little further down.
Port's closed. Go make a difference.
You can either go down here, or, my favorite one, go down here and through here.
Who is this mysterious marksman? What are we here for?
This is a fan-made level, which is one of my favorite kinds of.
You want second? Bugger! Love this game.
And I'll show you one of my favorite parts of this, which makes me sad that I can't go below this one, but it's kind of nice anyway. I like the.
Suits and boots, Doc.
Make for the pod and gear up. You're a real
That's my favorite
survivor.
part.
Good for you.
That is my favorite part, being able to go down there and it looks so. It's absolutely spooky just to look down there and not be able to go and look at it.
Don't bleed on anything.
Yeah, but it's fun. We'll do that. We have 388 dosh left. Let's fill that up. Let's go ahead and go a full round of armor.
Hurry up.
And
Zeds are getting closer.
nope, it's already a quarter of the way through, and it's already gone to raining, or at least inclement weather.
Break time's over. Get back to work. More Zeds inbound.
Spray, spray, spray. Your rather fatal leak of blood.
Now finish the job. Allez.
Rock and roll.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Let's get you restocked. You're a little bloody.
And one of my favorite things, one of my favorite maps that they always do with these is get the stuff from the original Killing Floor. Not the absolute original Killing Floor, that's the mod, but the first retail version. Still not doing enough. Plus, you can also upgrade the weapons to add them, give them more power at the expense of some weight.
Time. Make your choices.
So yeah, we go all the way down to the very bottommost one for one of them. One's there.
I'm about
I think
to
they're.
shut the pod.
The second level is the other possible one, where you can go get weapons and ammo and armor. That's the other thing I forgot about, is that you pick up armor there as well. Okay, I think we got a scrape coming at some point.
Let's call that your warm-up.
One of my favorite features of the husk, whose weapon you can actually use yourself if you're a firebug. One of my least favorite bugs, one of the baddies in that one, are the siren. Kind of like the ones from Greek mythology, possibly even Roman mythology.
This cat's back in the game.
They have a bit of a song that are not exactly what I'd call melodic, but oh god, they'll screw your ears up, they'll screw your ears up pretty fierce.
Excellent. That's nearly all of them.
Oh yeah. Clean up on aisle 7.
Then again, in the past, when I was when I first did this game on stream, my machine was doing just about everything. The only thing it wasn't doing was encoding, and the game was very, very, very slow, and it didn't exactly do any favors for my setup. Streaming it was an absolute impossibility, or might as well be impossible anyway. And there's no, believe it or not, there is a very particular design for this. They make sure you can kill even with a sidearm.
Taking down a scrake comes naturally to you, no?
Rock and
Kind of has to happen if I want the game to continue. We're going to do this. We're gonna load up on ammunition. Yeah, we're not gonna load everything up just yet. We are just getting enough so we can at least kill everything we can. And believe it or not, they'll actually crawl through here.
Hurry up. Zeds are getting closer.
While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to take a quick sip of water.
Time's up. Go kill some Zeds.
who is this mysterious marksman? Love this gig. You want this cat's back in the game. This one's big bugger. Be right with ya.
Oh, we got baddies coming inbound. Oh, yeah, that guy is ugly. And nearly always. Oh, I needed that. Get out of there now.
Oh, it stings! You bargain-basement impersonator! Love this gig!
Good night, kiddo.
Oh yeah!
But, you know, save some of my ammo.
Coming. Ah, bugger!
Come see me. The pod's safely open. Nicely done.
All right, let's go run and get our stuff up.
Know what hit it just now? Very nice work.
Let's load up on that. And the flesh pounds are vulnerable to explosives. So we're going to load up on our grenades. Excuse me. Yep, he dead.
There's Zeds on the scope. Must close the pod very soon.
I don't know what's going on with the game, but I cannot bring up the list of all the not just the core, but also the other user added mods as well for the for maps. I don't know why it doesn't do that, but anyway,
Time's almost up.
neither here nor there.
Pod's closed. Go make a difference.
Oh God, there's two of these guys. I'm all sorts of screwed.
Guys, we got something. Pulling up on aisle 7. Lovely. Burning up. Who's your mummy now? Bugger. Rock and roll.
Oh no, don't you do that to me there, buddy.
Last one. Get to the indicated pod for resupply.
It said.
I saw how you tore that scrake up. Gave me hen flesh. Comment? Ah, vous savez? Want my advice? Stock up on grenades.
I neither wanted nor asked for your advice, sweetie. All right, let's do that. While I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go take a look at it just to see how things are looking on the stream itself. Because again, this is testing, and on top of that, I've also been hearing some issues with the something real quick. There we go. I can.
Shuttle pod.
Okay.
Break time's over. Get back to work. More Zeds inbound.
Down you go.
But then again, this is a test stream, so don't. I'm not going to worry that much about any kind of scuff.
Something fun's coming.
And I'm going to try other games throughout because I'm not sure how smoother it's going to look. That's one of the reasons why I'm also doing this. Because of recent releases of mainly the NVIDIA drivers. There we go. Nice.
We've got a flashbound.
Nearly cleared this batch out.
We have inbound. I will be with you momentarily because I'm kind of occupied. And thanks so much for the raid. Stand by. There we go. Got him.
Glad to see you made it through.
There we go.
Gear up.
In any event, now I'm just curious. Is it Ingles or Ingles? Welcome to. Thank you so much for the raid. Let me give you a real quick shout out. Stand by. Let's see. Doing well. Thank you so much. Ingles. Okay. Thank you for the clarification. You were playing Minecraft since I actually mentioned that just a little bit ago because, as it stands, I already have a copy of Minecraft loaded on the system, and one of the things I'm looking at doing is joining on the server that my rigger QAnon is going to be running for those of us who are subs on her streams. And good to see you. I hope you had a great stream. And if you got before we go too far, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Katt Phloxworthy. I'm a nerdy geeky techie cat girl VTuber who loves to do a large variety of games. And on top of that, I do a lot of technology streams and sometimes aerospace in the form of rocket launch streams. So one of the things I'm working on right now is just making sure that a recent machine replacement is working, most notably the encoder, the part that allows you to even watch me on Twitch and YouTube. That's the actual part that takes the output of another three machines ahead of it, putting together and then turning it into a form that YouTube and Twitch will be able to send out to you. And I'm also got it up such in a way so I can once things get a little bit cool enough, I can actually turn on my more powerful switch, which is a 10 gig switch. And once that happens, it'll be good. I was told you have an interesting studio setup. Yes, like I said, I'm running a grand total, but basically I run a grand total of 5 machines. The VTuber is the fact that you see me on stream is thanks to one machine. The game is on a second machine. The overlays and everything put together is on the third machine. The fact that you can watch me on Twitch and YouTube is on the fourth, and the fact I use my whenever you when you hear my BGM as well as my the stream decks, those are on the fifth. So yeah, it is definitely an interesting setup, to say the least, and. But yeah, thanks for the thanks for so much for the clarification earlier, because I really needed to know. Broke it. I like it. That's I like it. So you've got temperature problems too. I don't know if it's a temperature issue or it's just a chip that decided to say, "Oh, I think I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with Katt by shutting down randomly." Basically, what would happen is randomly after I have the machine fully loaded with cards, including the NVMe card slot that's on there, I go turn the machine on. I go work on it. I was about to set up the IP address on the 10 gig interface. Next thing I know, it's not responding anymore. I turn around, the thing is out. The light's turned off, and I'm like, oh, great. And sometimes when I have my monitor and I have my little keyboard and trackpad keyboard, that keyboard and trackpad thing in one thing that you can get from Logitech, with a dongle that you plug in that's wireless. I sit in front of it, do some work on it. Next thing I know, oh great, it shuts down. So it's like, yeah, and money just happened to make itself available, and I knew that, and I decided to go to the surplus place where I got the others to see if there were any others there. So yes, they did have one, so I picked it up, transplanted all the parts from the other machine into there, and let it run for the last couple of days, and it's been pretty solid the whole time. And I'm ready to get this thing up to 10 gigs a second once the weather's nicer. And at some point, I want to get a nicer 10 gig switch in general, preferably something that doesn't make a lot of noise. But I guess as the old saying goes, wish on one hand. Anyway, if you guys if you need to go raid and run, by all means do so. Take care of yourself. Get some food. Get some self-care stuff going on. I'm glad you came in, and thank you for bringing your community over and to hang out with mine. I hope you had a great stream, and I hope to catch you at some point. I need to check in with you and see how you're doing, because I know you do a pretty interesting setup yourself. So especially using VTube Studio. I believe, if memory serves, you're the one who does VTube Studio under Linux, if memory serves. So that's fun using. I can't remember. I think it's Proton is the name of Valve's implementation of Wine that is used at the core of the Steam Deck, not Stream Deck, Steam Deck. And I'm thinking of doing that at some point. I do have VTS with Wine. Oh, okay, so it is Wine rather than Proton. Okay. So anyway, yeah, because I know you had a pretty interesting setup, and I definitely want to go check in with you again. Oh, it is Proton. Okay, gotcha. All right. But yeah, good to see you, and I hope you had like I said, I hope you had a great evening. And oop, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Now I gotta go.
A good instinct.
You don't say. But yeah, that's one of the things I've been looking at is the various options out there. We're gonna go bring up. Let's see. We're gonna do that. We're dumping that over the edge, grabbing that, putting up on ammo. I'll get something else, and you know what? We're gonna have some fun. That's so I can deal with the That's so I can deal with the regular stuff in general. That's for the flesh pounds. Because like I said, those things are weak against explosives. Start a raid and run, but have a temperature problem that I have to fix. By all means, do so. I know like I said, if you got a raid and run, by all means, do so. Regardless of the reason. Oh, yeah, I wonder what's going on there. I wonder if it's because of the way I'm using NDI to move that, and there's so much detail in that. And that's another reason I got to get rid of those things, get rid of these guys. Flat indeed. They're dead. Yeah, one thing to bear in mind, this is very light compression and probably not the best compression, especially on some of the stuff, some of the high motion that's going on with this game.
Just one more push and it's done. Down you go. Oh yeah. It's a bloody scrape. You want seconds?
Just clipped his head off.
Perfect. Pod is open again. Let's get you restocked. Taking down a scrake comes naturally to you, no?
Oh, let's see. I'll be lurking. Good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing better. Also, that's another thing that happened. In case I hadn't mentioned already, I had a stroke back in mid-April, which I appear to have, by and large, better part of completely recovered from, that I can tell.
All Zeds
There
are
we
away.
go.
Start to wrap things up, as they say.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this game is proving to be a bit more than that particular part of the setup can handle. Well, like I said, this is more a test stream than anything else. So,
I have to power down the pod.
and if things go crazy, if things go sideways, that's perfectly okay too. Like I said, expect scuff.
All Zeds on the scope. Back to it, mes amis.
Scrape, guys. Set your head, people. Hang on. This. Be right back.
That hurt, but dear God, it was worth it.
Clean up on aisle 7.
Oh boy, indeed. You're out of my way, buddy. Thank God. Oh, we're on the 10th one, which means we got 2 flesh pounds in play.
We've got a flash pound. Be right with you. She shoot bugger. Rocket.
I'm surprised I'm...
Oh yeah.
I can barely see where I'm going. This is not a good sign. And I got a flesh pound inbound. I'm in bad trouble.
Oh, good bugger. Rock and roll. Woo boy, flesh pound.
He's gone.
Down you go. Ready.
Actually, I need this one more because they're resistant to explosives. But they're weak against bullets. So, bullets it is.
Oh, bugger. Oh,
Spend wisely. You've got a real fight ahead.
Killing floor has changed so much since I last tried it. Yes, it has. Oh my God! And meanwhile, Killing Floor 3 came out, and I looked at the what people were thinking of it, and oh boy,
Buy some
very
armor.
mixed or negative.
One piece.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I have enough room for it. Let's see. Oh, Actually, you know what? We're selling that. We're gonna get that. And we're going to... Oh, shoot. You know what? Never mind.
I'm about to shut the pod.
Okay, who... And on top of that, I have absolutely no way of replenishing ammunition during the game itself.
Pod's closed. Go make a difference.
So it's gonna be with this particular map. Oh, hello! It's the big ass flesh pound.
We've got a flesh pound. Weaker.
Where are you? Actually, here's what I'm gonna do here.
Woo, boy. Flesh pound.
Yeah, and on top of that, it is so confining. You got to be very careful where you go. Well, there is a saying that goes something like, better to be pissed off than pissed on.
Impersonator. Oh, yeah.
Oh, not you. Ooh, gotta watch out for those.
Woo, boy. Flesh pound. Rock and roll.
I gotta use all the levels to my... Ow. That's okay. We've got that. No, that.
Oh, yeah.
Heal myself.
Case we
Poison him. That works. Oh, thank God.
Woo, boy. Flesh pound. Lovely.
Ah. This is not a good sign.
Bargain basement party impersonator. Rock and roll. Oh. Taste of your own medicine, mate.
Oop. Oh, crap. It's not what I meant to do. Oh, I accidentally opened the darn...
Boy, flesh pound.
I opened the overlay. Darn it. I hate it when I do that.
Rock and roll. Bargain basement party impersonator.
Got him. Woohoo!
Your own medicine, mate. Oh, yeah.
And boy, that gun was dry on the on all the grenades. Nice. The medic gun is the medic thing that is cross perk with the commando is a really useful gun. Actually, we're gonna do. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's exit to home menu. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Now we go to exit home menu. Yeah, it wasn't responding to the darn console commands, which is a little bit annoying. And there it is, killing floor 3 right there. In the meantime, we're going to head back up here for just a sec here. Exit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some testing because it looked like it was not exactly doing full speed, but that's at least it's not killing the rest of the stream, which is good because it's not even being worked on the other machines. It's not being done on this machine at all. Only the game and the mic are. And I'm actually thinking of moving the mic to a completely different computer such that I could actually be without that if worse comes to absolute worse and things go really sideways. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to go back to switch over here for a minute, and we're going to go back to entertainment over on YouTube. Entertainment, save. That should do it. So in the meantime, what's going on here is basically I'm setting up this whole mess where for a technical review. If you you'll sometimes hear me talk about those kinds of reviews just to see how well things go, because again, I do, and as everybody has rightly observed, I run multiple computers to make this work. And right now, like I said, I have that other 10 gig switch, which makes a lot of noise, and on top of that, a lot of heat. And won't be quite so bad once the weather starts to cool down a bit, especially considering now we are I think we are now in the autumnal week. Today's the autumnal equinox. Either today or yesterday was. I forget which one it was. Let me go do something real quick here just to find that out real quick here. When is the... It is tomorrow, in fact. Tomorrow at 11:19 a.m., so it's after I've had my lunch. It will be the autumnal equinox right around that time. So, there's that. And once things get cool just enough, we'll go ahead and start using the 10 gig Ethernet connection. Excuse me, sorry. but let's see. Also, what time? Let's see what else is going on here. We're going to. What else we're gonna play? Okay, I think I'm probably gonna wait until things get a little bit cooler so I can. If I'm gonna play Borderlands 4, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use the 10 gig connection, I think. Although one thing I can do in the meantime is play around with Borderlands 2, which I haven't played in a while. And hopefully they actually have a reasonable, they have a decent sense of humor and good writing like they did for Borderlands 2. Nope, that's the wrong one. Let's see. Out. I'm gonna play the game. And once it starts up, I need to play a little bit of Borderlands 2 just to make sure it's all working. There we go. Interesting, it was the original Borderlands, Borderlands 2, and Borderlands the pre-sequel. They were all partnered with NVIDIA. Borderlands 3, they partnered with AMD. I'm not sure what they're doing with Borderlands 4. Okay, let's go ahead and okay. Looks like that's working. The only thing I have to change is a setting here, and I also need to change a setting over here. In gaming, I'm going to select that to Borderlands 2. Save. Okay, we're going to go ahead and that. Head over here. Turn that down a bit. We're going to go ahead and continue. Let's see what I did, where I was. Wait a minute, did we ever? We're not ready for that yet. I can't remember whether we... I think we did actually go flying. Yep, we already did. Okay. If I walk over there, I find myself plummeting to my death, and I really don't want to do that. I don't want to say, help, I plummeted to my death and I can't get up. Nope. Sorry. Not playing that game, kiddos. Let's go grab some. Let's go grab some stuff here. And gives me things to go sell. Yeah, we're loaded up on ammo.
Got some work for you.
Ooh, lots of. We'll deal with that later. I want to see what I've got as far as missions that I've already accepted and need to go do stuff with. You know what? Let's see how much we have. I think the only thing I don't have are rockets. Well, that sucks. Wildlife Exploitation Reserve.
There's no chance that internal bleeding will cure skull shivers, is there? Pretty sure I've got both.
Ugh. No thanks. I always love that one. It's like his. Oh yeah, hang on.
Hey, I have a job of the utmost importance.
Sure, why not?
It's my birthday. I first rolled off the assembly line 7 years ago. Do me a favor and hand out these invites for my stellar birthday bash, will you? And quickly, we're gonna start any minute.
Grab invitations.
We got a new issue of This Just
Never got stationed anywhere
All
this nice
about
in the
the great
lands.
vault hunters and their quest to take down Handsome Jack. Thanks.
And now for the latest edition of This Just In with Hunter Hellquist. This is Hunter Hellquist, Hyperion Truth Broadcasting. The bandit hordes of Pandora suffered bitter defeat today as their scum-infested town of Sanctuary was nearly destroyed. Handsome Jack, ever heroic and forward-thinking, tricked a particularly moronic bandit into breaching the city's defenses. Had it not been for Handsome Jack's incredible mercy, Sanctuary would have been utterly destroyed. Being the hero he is, however, Jack gave the city and its denizens one final chance to repent and join the Hyperion family. We'll be waiting for their response. This is Hunter Hellquist, signing off.
Keep waiting.
Ha, Clap is having a shindig. You know I'd go, but I ain't gonna.
Big surprise. Now we gotta go find Moxie. There's the there's her place. We'll go over there and we'll go over to. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, sorry, I can't make it. Give Claptrap my love, though. My purely platonic love. Don't want him getting any ideas.
Like he'd have any. Like he'd have anything to do with that. Anything he could do with that, I don't know. And if memory serves, I need to head. There's the Crimson Raiders HQ. There it is. Guns, guns. Remember, 2 words, my friend. No refunds.
No.
Come on back, buddy. It's time to start the party.
Isn't that too bad?
Can't say I missed the lance.
Where going are we? Not this way. Well, actually, yes, this way. Oh, that's right. That's where I was looking for. I was looking in the darn HUD, much like I would be looking at for the original Borderlands. Nope, doesn't work that way. Had to look at the mini map.
I've set up some pizza and some sparkling wigglers. Just hit that boombox and we'll get this party started.
Turn on the boombox.
The guests should be arriving any minute.
You're going to be waiting a bit, dude. Ha ha ha. No, says Marcus. Big surprise. Do.
I'm sure everyone just got lost. This place is kind of hard to find.
Kind of like your little, stash.
Feel free to mingle with, nobody.
Well, I'm still mingling with you, so I guess there's that.
Some pizza, if you're hungry. Pizza's kind of cold. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's a lot of pizza there, dude.
Cough. Cough. Cough.
Cough, cough.
Oh, right. I don't have lungs. Minion, could you blow into this thing? Maybe liven the party up a bit? Is that job I sent you on going okay? Yay! You enjoying the party? Let me know when you're done with that job.
Yep, I'm definitely doing that job.
Well,
Poor guy.
I think that about wraps it up. Thanks for coming to my party, Minion. It looks like I bought way too much pizza. So, take some home if you want.
Okay, let's talking to Clappy McTrappy. You went to Claptrap's birthday party. It got pretty awkward. Yeah, it did.
That was the best party I've ever thrown.
Okay. I'll probably grab that just to, get money for it. Let's see. What other... Impossible. Savage Lands. Meet up with... that's one of the add-on. That one is easy. Destroy loader number 1340's new constructor shell. After blasting loader number 1340's AI core out of his body, he has requested that you find him a new one, and this may involve him attempting to kill you a few times, but it's not like that's anything new. Put loader number 1340 into a constructor bot, and he tried to kill you. Looks like you'll have to kill the constructor. Well, we'll do that at some point, just not right now. I think that's a story one. Yeah, that's a story one. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some side quests because, you know, grinding and stuff. Not gonna do that one yet. That's
I was playing this echo sim where you could steal trucks with your mind. It's pretty much the best thing ever.
I've got an opportunity for you.
do you now?
Jack blasted my personal safe out of my own store. My most precious treasure could be in the hands of some freeloading bandits by now. Head back to that city-sized hole in the ground and get my safe back.
We're gonna pick up a bunch of those and start going at them. Not this one.
You got nothing on us, wasting your time.
Don't make me come over.
You're cool. Wait, what?
Oh, what does Hammerlock want?
Greetings. Do you feel you have too many bullets but not enough money?
Not enough food, but not enough money, but you have lots of bullets, but not enough money. I like that. Revenge is a dish that is best served out of some sort of cannon that shoots out the food with enough force to kill someone. Also, the food is poisoned. Oh boy! How about this one?
I remember when my father first brought me to Pandora. I was 6. Those crystalists are right bastards, aren't they? Scientific term. If you could find out just what got up the crystallists' collective bomb and made them so cross, I'd be willing to pay you a pretty penny. Metaphorically. I'll be paying you a great deal more than a penny. It's just a saying I'm fond of. Off to the caustic caverns with you.
Okay. That's always a fun one. And this has some features on here that will not be usable on new NVIDIA cards, most notably anything that involves PhysX. At least some of the more decorative stuff that uses some of the stuff that uses PhysX. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and grab something. I'm gonna get some bombs and lob them at him. Deploy vehicle. Teleport to vehicle. Let's go. Okay, let's go kill some bullymongs in the meantime. Which? Boom! Nah, not this. Oh, hang on. No, this is not where we're going. Caustic caverns. Oh, that's right. We got to go down that big, huge ass hole. City-sized hole, he said. Start picking up stuff. Get some money. Ooh, nice.
Stop looking at me!
It's fun.
What the hell? Oh! Oh!
By my command!
And of course, as always, to go from not having exactly the greatest command of the English language to the having the absolute best command of the English language.
Start the stick.
Oh, thank God I needed that. Nah. Not getting that little smig.
Start the stick.
Oh, I needed that. Oh, yeah, that was good. I don't know. Where did he go so I could kill him? Uh-oh. Dead. Oops. Yeah, it's been too damn long since I've done that. I don't even remember what I did to get that. Well, at least it's on tape.
Get your health and shields right here.
Let's see. Can't use it. That's for the Gunzerker. Looking a little ahead. Okay, that would be one I could take. Let's see, hang on. Anarchist class mod. Gun damage. Jill of all trades, I love it. Yeah, I can barely afford any of that, and I can definitely not afford that unless I start selling stuff. Which reminds me, how many items do I have in my... Oh, I have 26 out of 21 slots used in my pack. Oops. That means I can't buy anything else, which I guess is damn. See. That's fine. I'm buying. I want to sell. What's my level right now? I don't even remember. And I know I can't, well, let's see, hang on. I'm not going to try getting that thing. Ah, that's okay. Been a long time since I played this game. Hell, even on stream, it's been a while. Oh, that's right. It was in there. Oh, it's up here. We need to go this way. What the hell happened there?
Those idiots dropped my safe into the caustic caverns. Get after it.
Yes, I know.
Alright, let's keep this going. Bring it on! I'm ready! Accuracy's overrated everywhere.
Oh my god, I am really in bad yep.
Alright, let's keep this going. That's a start.
There we go. Oh god, he's one of those guys. Lovely. Oh well. Ah, crap. Oh, wow. Man, they really did me in, didn't they?
So long as you believe in yourself, nothing can truly kill you, except Handsome Jack.
Oh, shut up. Except maybe cat, Bill Handsome Jack. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get, first of all, I need to see what my rank is. Shucks, hang on. Oh, it says right here, 19. Okay. Let's see what we have as far as shotguns go. And it's gonna be a bit of a level differential, but hey, we'll make it work. I just pissed on you. Yeah, spitting acid on me, yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna go grab whatever's in there. Going down. Oh, that's what we were waiting on. Going down. Deep asshole, and even more so. Or wait a minute, hang on. That's what I needed to do. I guess I did it before it had a chance to stop.
Welcome to die. Mistake. Big goddamn mistake.
Alright, let's keep this going.
I'll rip you apart.
Start the anarchy.
There we go. Whoops. Oh, I can't get in there. Oh, we got to go up there to get those guys. Okay, then.
Wonder how many stacks I can get. What did I tell you, sucker? I'm feeling awesome.
There we go. Boy, you guys are so spongy. When it comes to shooting at you, my ammo. Okay. Nope, can't do the... I don't think it's there. Going further down. And now we're headed to the Caustic Caverns. One of my favorite places to go. You see, this effect is created with, is done with PhysX. And it would have to be done entirely as software if you're using a 5000, an RTX 5000 series card. I have 4000 and 3000 series cards, which can be done in hardware. So, yeah. Yep, those are more of the effects that need PhysX to work. the things I'm gonna probably try to do. Always picking them. That's one of the things I've always loved about this place is you can just.
Oh no! Not the start.
And we go down here. I'm probably going to be calling it a end of stream at the bottom of at the bottom of the hour, which is about, oh, I don't know, about 5-ish or so minutes. Main thing I've been doing is just seeing how well it works. Oh, these guys.
Mrs. Harcheck, today a miner found a crystal formation near the alien ruins, but it started moving. The creature appears perfectly peaceful. I don't think it's ever seen a person before. Blue, not now. Here, go play with my hat. Get, there you go, Blue. We're calling it blue because of the color of its, yeah. We saw a couple more of these creatures hiding near the ruins. I recommend moving the dig site for obvious reasons. Security Officer Booth signing off. Ms. Booth, while your concern for these creatures is noted, we shall not be moving the dig site. The Dahl Corporation has sent Sanctuary, their greatest mining ship, to this god-forsaken...
Oh, God, no. I don't know if I think that was the rest of that, I hope. Oh, let's go look over here too. But yeah, that's one of the main things I wanted to do is get to these places that make extensive use of PhysX. So I can see how the, so in case we had to start using because once that actually goes, once they start doing things, we may once the 5000 series become more prevalent, you'll actually have to start using software based. A lot of the software stuff is probably powerful enough to handle it on its own as well. Anyway, so we don't have to worry nearly as much as using software and software anymore. See. Is there any anything more powerful than that? If it does any better. Aw, crap. I need to get out of there now. Stay back there so we can get load up on health. Back off now. Let's see if I can get those 3 guys real quick. That's a big reason why, right there. I like some of these areas so much. Oh, lovely. Got one of those guys now. Wait a moment or so. Actually, I'm going to see if I can get that one last guy, and then we'll there he goes. Dead. Okay, I think what we're gonna do, that'll be enough to save. And on that note, we're going to switch away to this one. Okay, I think I got the testing I needed to get done. I don't think I'm gonna go raid anybody. So anyway, mainly because I just wanted to make sure everything was working like I was hoping it would. It seems to be working overall okay. I have to do a little bit more messing around. Anyway, let me do something real quick here. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and scoot off for now because I've got to get ready for bed. So anyway, thank you so much for joining in, and good to see you as always. And as I always like to say before I head out, Slavu Ukraini, and hope you guys have a great evening, and I'll see you the next time. Hopefully it won't be for too long. We'll more information as I get close to doing another stream, so hopefully I'll have more before too long. I'll see you some other time, and until then, have a great one, stay frosty, and I will see you soon. Bye.